that? You like it? Oh, it's actually feeling like a home. Oh! It's so annoying.
Start.
Oh, can you give me warning next time you do that?
Yeah.
Oh God, I look awful. Ready?
Ready.
I'm going to need those glasses though, otherwise I can't read the questions. Because I'm old.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. Hi guys, welcome to our question and answer video. We reached out to you guys on Instagram and YouTube and asked you to write us your questions and we'll answer it in one of our videos. So we thought we'd film it today because it's a horrible day outside. It's literally raining the whole day and we've just created this lovely sofa comfortable environment so we can sit down and have a chat.
Yeah.
So I received loads and loads and loads of questions and it's just taken me ages to go through them all, and I've kind of categorized them a little bit so it's just a bit more organized. I've only picked the most common popular questions because there are so many. So should we start?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, so the first category is relationship, which lots of people ask about. So the first question is, how did you meet each other?
Annoys You.
Yeah, we met at Annoys You, Sri Lanka last March 2020. I went to volunteer and Lahiri was working there, and that is how we met and that's where it all started. Second question is, when is Lahiri going to cut his hair?
No cut.
No cut.
No.
No cutting.
No cutting.
Do you guys fight and how do you solve it?
Fight?
Yeah. You fight?
Yeah.
We actually don't. We rarely fight. We do sometimes have arguments, but we quickly resolve it. But we don't try to make it better. It just kind of, I don't know, we don't really fight actually. Sometimes we have like little disagreements if we don't understand each other.
Yeah.
I think sometimes like the communication is just a little bit off sometimes. For example, Lahiri thinks he's speaking in English really well, but actually he's not, and he uses like a select 3 words and it doesn't make any sense, so I constantly have to be like, sorry, can you say that again? Can you say that and again? And you get really annoyed because I'm asking you to repeat something and I keep saying I don't understand. I think that's when we get a little argument, but it's not really anything, is it?
It's funny.
It's funny?
Yeah.
I don't find it funny. Okay, how do you manage to communicate since Lahiri doesn't speak better English? Is it difficult? So that's kind of the same thing we were just saying about. At the start of our relationship, you spoke no English.
No, it's answer.
Yeah, we use Google Translate all the time. I don't know if you've ever used Google Translate, but sometimes it's not correct. And that makes it really hard. Well, you picked up English so quickly, didn't you? So it was then really easy for us to communicate. And we just could read each other. We didn't even have to say anything. We just knew what we were saying. But you did pick up English so well, and as he was learning English, I was then learning Sinhala. Not that I'm very good at it, but I do try.
That's good.
I do try. Yeah, and then we kind of like, I would learn different Sinhala and he would learn different English, so then we could like together and then learn from there.
Yeah, for English, pretty similar.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know, I don't think it's been very difficult actually. It just happened, didn't it?
Yeah.
We just understand each other. Okay, this is a question for me. How did life change after meeting Lahiri? In the moments before I met Lahiri, I wasn't in a very good place. I was really depressed, and that was the whole reason why I came to Sri Lanka in the first place. I wasn't very happy, and then Lahiri came into my life, and this smile, and he's just hilarious, and yeah, it just happened. It wasn't meant to happen, but it just did, and my life has changed so much for the better in every kind of aspect. Yeah, I'm just really happy all the time when I'm with him. Obviously there's different life challenges, but he makes me super happy every day. What is Lahiri's best quality you see in him, and what's the moment when he gets on your nerves? His best quality, I think, is actually there's so many. You have such a big heart. You always know the right things to say to make me to like bring me up and support me. Your smile is just magnificent, and so many people always comment on your smile. I don't know, there's just so many. Oh, and you're so good at everything. You might have seen that from all of these recent videos. I have ideas about renovations, but my ideas never work, or something that I do is always a failure. But everything he does and his ideas are always amazing, and it just works out. He's so creative and knowledgeable and strong, and the list goes on. Enough. You best match that. The thing that gets on my nerves the most about you, I don't know actually, there are a few little things here and there, but I think the most recent one that has really annoyed me is you leave banana peels just like on the bed. Like you'll finish eating a banana and you just leave the peeling there.
Yeah.
That's really annoying.
Yeah.
And then same question to you.
Very clever.
Huh?
Very clever.
Clever?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, very clever. Good heart. This animal could have love. You see, I like this plastic. This could have like this animal, you see.
What do I do that annoys you? Hiccup.
Hiccup, this annoying.
But everyone hiccups.
This quite like this like sound. This one question is everyone this moment this one speak.
What now?
This, yeah.
Okay.
This other people and mistake. This Lucie mistake, Lucie something, this one. Mama I like no.
What you
This
it's annoying.
work.
Ah. You think it's annoying when I blame everything on myself?
Yeah.
And you think I make the mistakes?
Yeah.
I do make a lot of mistakes though, don't I?
Again.
Okay, moving on. Next question. Yours and Lahiri's education.
School life, no good. School finish and 11. This and school problem and this fighting problem. Buddha teacher speak like about different school.
Oh, they didn't want you at the school anymore?
Yeah. This everyday problem.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't really have an education. For me, I did complete school. I was like an average student in school and I did well and I passed my GCSEs. But what I really loved was dance. So that's what I went on to study. After school I went to college and did all my dance qualifications. And then after college I went to a private dance school to further educate, and I had a dream of being in a dance company and touring the world, but then I dropped out because of different issues, and yeah, then that's my education finished basically. Next question. Lahiri, what is your hometown?
This is my hometown, this Ahangama.
You're quite skillful and creative. What are your other interests?
This one like this one and this good life, good family and everyday enjoy this my life. This funny and dog can get this life.
Yeah, we really love our dogs. You're so good at swimming. You're literally like a fish. And you're really good at climbing coconut trees. Literally a monkey.
Oh, banana.
Oh, a banana. Someone says, hey, I've got 2 questions. Would love to see Lucie say a few sentences in Sinhalese. And Lahiri, when did you know that you liked Lucie and she was the one? I'll do my one first. Ada gorak vesa nama, mama gorak situlai.
Yeah.
Mata ona ninda, mata ona meta.
Yeah.
Mama gorak adre balo gorai.
Yeah. Balodai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. What's the other one? Ala balage nama mokate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do know Sinhala people. I just don't speak it very much. Your question, Lahiri. When did you know that you liked Lucie and she was the one?
This is my heart one, Lucie.
Yeah, but when did you realise?
Dog house work. This man something.
Yeah.
This man talking this other habit compound.
Yeah. Oh, this is a really good question. How easy/difficult is it adopting to each other's culture? You both amaze me, loved you both. Because I'm from England and you're from Sri Lanka and it's very different countries. I think for me, adapting to the Sri Lankan culture was quite easy because I've done a lot of travelling before in Asian countries. I really like the lifestyle and I love it. That's why I love travelling. And obviously, like when we got into a relationship, there were a lot of differences, weren't there? And we're still figuring that out now. It's just about learning and respecting each other's different opinions and learning from each other as well, because so much is different in England and so much more variety is accepted in England. I don't want to say this wrong, but I feel like England is very much more open to differences, right? There's many different people, many different relationships, and there's not so much judging. But I think the Sri Lankan culture is, I don't know, I feel like maybe we've been more judged just because of my background or just what I'm used to.
It's my country Sri Lankan.
Yeah.
You are me married, this is your country Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Ah.
This no skin. This is my skin. White.
You're not white.
Black. This is my skin black. Your skin white.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what country you're from, what you look like, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as you love each other and there's that connection and it's natural, then it doesn't matter what other people think or like, well, it shouldn't do anyway. And we just gotta live our own lives and just be present in the moment. I think that's what we've done. Like we've had so many bad, negative things from people, but I think we've done really well to block that out and just keep moving on with what we're doing and not let other people interfere and break it and hurt us. You know, I think we've done really well. Okay, next question. When is the wedding? We've had so many people asking us when we're going to get married. Or are we married? We're not married. But we're going to get married very soon, hopefully.
This corona problem, no wedding, this hotel and this no people. This corona finish and wedding start.
Yeah. And also, obviously, we don't want to get married without my mum and dad coming. Yeah, so obviously we're waiting for my parents to be able to come out because it would be so wrong for us to get married without my mum and dad even meeting him, because it's going to be 2 years in March. Yeah, it'd be really good for them to come out and then...
Yeah, it's more like this. Come.
And then we can start planning the wedding.
Yeah.
So nice to see you, Lucie, going to a simple lifestyle when everyone is trying to get more modern. Was it difficult? I don't see our lifestyle as that simple. I mean, I've never really been a really materialistic person. Obviously, it's a bit different with camera gear and stuff because I like to have that good technology for making these videos, but in general, I like to lead quite a simple lifestyle and minimalistic lifestyle because I feel like having too much stuff stresses me out quite a bit. I like things to be really organised, and it's not been easy and it's not been difficult. I just feel like it's been natural. And for me, I've watched a lot of people that have downsized and have gone into tiny home living. That's one of the things I really love watching on YouTube. Actually, we watch a lot of tiny home videos, how people have made an amazing space with such little in such a small space, and also people that are like into van life and bus life. I really love watching those videos and seeing how they adapt to like having a really small space to live in. Even though our house isn't small, it's not big either.
Yeah, it's nice.
But we still want it to be super simple and really close with nature. Yeah. Would like to hear you both speak about each other in their own language. Huh? Would like to hear you both speak about each other in their own language or their own language. You speak in English, I speak in Sinhala.
Yeah.
You go first.
How are you?
No, you have to speak about me.
You are very beautiful. Your eyes are a little.
My eyes are little.
Pretty.
Oh.
Your lip is pink color. Your smile. So very beautiful.
Okay, enough. I don't know if they can hear. I'm really hot. Oh, I got that kind of a song.
Yeah, so thank you.
Oyages. Godai bright.
Light.
They twinkle.
Yeah.
Oyages. Same taru.
Yeah.
Oyage hasuran.
Yeah.
Lokwi.
Yeah, big.
Oya. Hondai alua. I don't know if I did good or not.
That's good.
Moving on. What about you two start a business in Sri Lanka? Should we start a business in Sri Lanka? We're not really good at anything now, are we? Well, I've always had a dream of having my own like vegan cafe.
Yeah.
And I think that would be super nice. Yeah, you could be the chef because you're so good at cooking everything. And we could make it Solki-san Panakana.
Yeah.
Really healthy food. And yeah, I'd love to do that. Really like home style cooking, you know, none of that fancy stuff. Really good food. I'd love to do that. And have like a really comfortable, loungy environment with good coffee, but all sustainable. So are you guys planning to have a family together? Do we get to see a little Lahiri or Lucie? Are we gonna have a baby?
This baby.
Yeah, we'd like to have a baby or babies at some point in the future, or maybe near future. I don't know, depending on how everything else goes. But we've got a lot of other things we want to do in our life as well. But having babies and starting a family is one of them. So watch this space.
It's my dreams.
Yeah. It's my dreams too, but like, you know. Would love to know which part of London you lived in before, and when it's possible, would Lahiri love to visit the UK? And can he get citizenship in England? So when I was living in London, I lived in Camden, I worked there as well, and I really, really loved it. Would you like to visit England?
Yeah, this one I like.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it'd be really awesome. I've got some ideas for Lahiri to come back to England for Christmas. I really want him to be able to experience that and visit England anyway. But when I've been researching it, it's not the easiest thing to do. So if you know about how to get a Sri Lankan citizen into England easier, then let me know, reach out, that'd be really good. I know there's lots of paperwork and documents that have to be completed, even as a tourist. For you to come to England on a tourist visa, it's not easy. So there's something we need to look into. But for now, we don't have any plans to go back to England. Okay, moving on to the next category, family and lifestyle. What do you do for a living? We're both working at Annoys You, Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And also part of my job is YouTube. How do you manage stress? I think that's quite a good question and something I haven't really touched on in these videos. It's more behind the scenes, but I'd like to talk about it a bit more. But right now, I don't really manage stress very well, do I? It's something I'm working on. I'm getting there. What is the most challenging thing about living in Sri Lanka as a foreigner? I don't know, actually. I think at the start, when I first came to Sri Lanka, obviously it was everyone looking at me just because I'm a foreigner. That took me a while to get over, and I think now I don't really get looked at because maybe people in our area know me, they always see me, so I'm not really different to look at. At the start it was a bit difficult, but now I don't really think there's anything that's difficult about living here, other than the fact that we've just been through the lockdown again and the corona problems that we face, and that life isn't as easy as it would be normally. But next question.
Yeah.
Apart from English and Sinhala, what other languages does Lucie know or would like to learn? Well, when I lived in Thailand for 9 months, I did learn quite a bit of Thai. Sawadika. When I was in Cambodia, I learned quite a bit of Cambodia because I was there for 1.5 years, but I feel like I've lost more of my Cambodian than I have my Thai. I've really tried learning Spanish quite a few times through my life, but I just can't quite get there with it because I feel like I have to live in that country to be able to really soak in the language, and I feel like that's how I've really progressed with my Sinhala because I've lived here. This question goes for Lucie. Are you going to settle down in Sri Lanka? If so, is it okay to live far away from your parents? Don't you miss them? Yes, I feel like I have settled down in Sri Lanka. I mean, we've got this house and I've got a life here now. So yeah, I feel like I'm already settled, but I do hope to stay in Sri Lanka for a lot longer, and I hope that Sri Lanka can be my base, like a home base, you know, and we'll get to that part in a minute. As far as my parents go, yeah, obviously I'm really far away from them, and like I said earlier, I haven't seen them for over a year and a half, so that's really not easy. I feel like a lot of times I actually block that out because I'm so immersed in my life in Sri Lanka that I'm not really so connected to my English life, but there are times when like memories come back or something bad's happened to me in Sri Lanka that I always result back to my mum and dad, obviously, and yeah, I do really miss them an awful lot, but we're always talking, always sending pictures and sending messages to mum and dad and video calling, so, and I really hope that they can come out here this year, maybe, if coronavirus stays the way it's gone. Like today, we're making this on the 1st of October and the lockdown has just lifted today, so let's see where the near future goes from here. Fingers crossed they can come out, and it would be amazing if they could come out for Christmas. That would be awesome. Lucie, sing a Sinhala song. If I start, can you sing with me? Can you sing it with me?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, you guys, this came in new.
Yeah, but if I start,
yeah,
can you go with me?
Yeah.
Suade potato power. You go. Ubapim karana. Adatat mama ubege. Paloma pim wata.
Yeah.
Yeah? Sorry about the voice. Wait, warning! Not a very good singer, guys. What inspired Lucie to live a simple life rather than the luxurious life you used to live back in your home country? Actually, I left this question in here because I wanted to address that, because I definitely didn't live a luxurious life in England. I was working hardcore hours trying to get as much money as possible. I lived in a basement apartment where the road was up here and it was just a bit dingy, and yeah, it was far from luxury what I was living, and I worked my ass off so I could get money to travel. So it was definitely not a glamorous life. It was not easy, and money didn't just fall into my hands like a lot of people think. I'm not a wealthy person. So yeah, like I wanted to get as far away from that as possible. Living here in Sri Lanka, I want to be more with nature and having the simple life like we discussed earlier. But yeah, I just wanted to address that because I get quite a few comments saying people thinking that I'm wealthy, have a lot of money, and that's not the case. How do you maintain your beauty? What is your guys' skin routine? You both look fit and healthy. What do you guys do for maintaining the fitness? I want to know how you guys maintain your body as you both look amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Well, as goes skin routine, there isn't one. Just wash my face with water in the morning. Hair, I wash it like twice a week, and usually I'm pretty disgusting actually. But yeah, we don't really have like a beauty routine or a skincare routine or anything like that, and as goes with fitness, we don't even work out anymore. We used to, didn't we? Used to go for runs on the beach, which was so nice because like it was just really nice to do, but then we got really tired and worn down with work, and then obviously the lockdown hit in, so we weren't even able to go to the beach. You're physically fit yourself, you're just naturally sculpted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no gym go.
No.
Everything
Natural.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way to be, isn't it, really?
Natural. This body natural.
What kind of advice do you guys give to the people who are willing to live like you? I don't really know. I just think, just do it. Like, if there's something you want to do, if you want to minimalize your items, your belongings, or if you want to go down a different pathway in life and you want to try to live the simple life, it's easy. Like, you don't have to be surrounded by lots of materialistic things and have the most amazing phone or whatever. Like, just live simple, because the more simple your life is, the more you focus on like creating memories and living in the now and just appreciating the life that's around you. I think for me, like, nature is such a big thing, and like living a simple life really brings you back closer to nature and trying to be as low impact to the planet as possible.
It's good to speak.
Thank you. After the pandemic, are you both planning to travel around the world together, or is it just going to be you? Well, we would like to travel the world together. Like, that would be amazing, hey? You still don't have your passport, but we literally discussed that yesterday, right? That we're going to try, now the lockdown's lifted, to keep going with your passport application. And then hopefully when we've got enough money and we've got some time, then we can travel together. We were literally speaking this morning about being on a plane and everything, but I think before we travel abroad out of Sri Lanka, we're going to travel Sri Lanka first, because you haven't even seen most of the country, so... Oh, what about Drizzle, the cute dog?
My princess.
Princess. Can you get her a support? Anyway, love your videos, stay safe. So, actually today there's been a delivery of new wheelchairs at the sanctuary, and one of those wheelchairs has been custom made for Drizzle. We did her measurements the other day and got them sent off, and someone, I don't actually know who it is, has made these wheelchairs. So we're going to try her in the wheelchair very, very soon, and we'll make sure to post some videos of that. I don't think she's going to like the wheelchair.
Yeah.
She's very independent on her own, isn't she? And she has been like that for so long because she had a train accident. If you haven't seen her video, I did make a video of her quite a while back. Maybe I'll insert it up here. She's very independent, like her back leg muscles are so strong. She can get about really easy on her own, so she doesn't actually need a wheelchair. So it's going to be really interesting to see if she likes the wheelchair and if it helps her, or if she's just going to be a bit like, eh. What was the reaction of both Lahiri's and your parents regarding the relationship? Are they supportive? So for my parents, they are very supportive. They're supportive over everything that I do. Thank you so much, Mum and Dad, love you a lot. And but I think maybe at the start they were a little bit like, ooh, she's got a Sri Lankan boyfriend. But then they soon came to realise that it's serious, and so yeah, obviously they're really supportive. What about your parents?
It's my support, it's my family.
Your family?
Yeah.
Yeah. Finished?
This is my family and support.
Maybe one day you can elaborate about your family.
Yeah.
But maybe not today. No. Oh, are you Buddhist?
Yeah, this.
You are Buddhist?
Yeah.
I really appreciate and encourage what you're doing, but it really is more difficult than what it seems on camera, because one can easily understand that you've already pushed yourself far ahead of your comfort zone. Where do you see yourself after 2 or 3 years? Is there a plan B as a backup, or you've already made your mind that this is the only place you want to live? And then other people ask, where do you see yourself in 3 years from now? Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
This is my dreams, this other country and this travel. It's my life, it's good life.
I'm not planning anything. I'm not thinking too far into the future. Just going with like what life throws my way, basically. Because before I was really planning and it just didn't really work out. Yeah, I think same as you. We would have travelled Sri Lanka, we would have travelled to some other countries, and I feel like in definitely 3 years' time we would have started a family. Yeah. Money saving tips and how we fulfill our dreams from them. How we manage to handle money, explain it with your experiences. I think this question's for me because you're not very good at money. For me, I knew from a young age that I wanted to travel. Like when I came out of dance school, I started work and all I wanted to do was travel. So I just saved up all my money to travel. So I became really good at saving money and became really frugal. And yeah, I think that was the start. Set yourself a goal. If you really want to do something, you'll do whatever it's possible to make that happen, whether you need to save up money or not. If you don't need something in your life, and you really don't need that beautiful handbag, then don't buy it. Like, it can go on something else. It can go to one of your other goals. I think now we're not very good at saving money because we've just bought this house and there's lots of renovations, so money saving isn't the most greatest thing at the moment, but I hope we'll get there one day. And in terms of house renovations, I feel like we're saving ourselves a load of money anyway because we're not doing everything brand new. We're trying to do a load of stuff ourselves. Yeah, we're buying a lot of second-hand stuff, reclaimed wood, so we're reusing and repurposing. Yeah, buying as much second-hand as possible. Like, this sofa is second-hand, all these pillows are second-hand, this top is second-hand. Yeah, I think that's definitely the way to go. You'd cut yourself so much cost by buying second-hand and reusing rather than just buying brand new straight away. Okay, so next category, creating videos. What inspired you to start creating YouTube videos? I actually got inspired when I was in Cambodia, and a lot of things that I was witnessing many other people didn't know about. So when I was speaking about things that were happening in Cambodia to people outside of Cambodia, they were like, oh really? I didn't know that was happening. Or like the education, people that didn't have toothbrushes or toilets or anything. The dog meat trade. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to start creating videos and just highlighting what I'm seeing as I travel. So that's kind of really where I started creating videos, and I just wanted to inspire others to travel more ethically and to give whilst they're travelling as well, whether that's volunteering in animal shelters or helping in a rural school. Yeah. That's where it all began. How often do you shoot videos and how long do you take to upload them? Well, we pretty much make a video every week, right? Usually our shooting day is Friday because it's our one day off of working at the animal shelter. It's not really a day off for us, it's just a different working day. So on that day we usually like organise a video to make, like plan it and then shoot it. When we finish shooting the video, I then have to go through all the footage and do all the editing, which usually would take me 1 week. It would take me less time if I had more time, but like we said before, we work at an animal sanctuary, so my editing time is in the night time after I've finished a full day's work at the sanctuary. So it's never-ending work, basically. Would you meet fans or do a hangout? And yes, that is our plan in the near future, but we need to wait for the corona problem to be gone out the way before we do a meetup, because I have a feeling that a meetup in Sri Lanka would be quite a large gathering, and that's definitely not allowed right now in Sri Lanka. So yeah, we definitely want to, because I think it'd be amazing to meet you guys, and yeah, I definitely want to do it, but just now is not the right time. Okay, vegan eco category. How long have you been vegan for? Is it hard to be vegan in Sri Lanka?
Maybe 1 hour. It's 1 hour, it's past vegan food. Vegan food eating 1 hour.
I can't, I'm so hot.
1 year.
Oh, how long have you been vegan for?
1 year.
Nah, over a year you have.
Yeah, no, 1 year.
1 year?
Yeah, before eating chocolate biscuit.
Yeah. I don't know how long I've been vegan for. 6 years now, I think. 6 or 7 years? 6 years. 5, 6 years? I don't know, I've actually lost count, I don't know, but is it easy to be vegan in Sri Lanka?
No, it's me, I like the chocolate biscuit. This same thing. Me only like chocolate biscuit.
Yeah, but before you found it hard to give up those things, because in
this way you go shop and chocolate biscuit.
Yeah, and in Sri Lanka there's not the alternatives like there would be in the UK. Like for example, in the UK, if you went to a supermarket and you'd be like, oh, I want a chocolate biscuit, you could find a vegan chocolate biscuit. You can literally find everything vegan in England. Like if you're like, oh, I really want a vegan chicken burger, you can find a vegan chicken burger in England. Or I really want vegan sausages or vegan chocolate or whatever, vegan ice cream. It's super easy to find, but in Sri Lanka it's not, is it? Like, it's not easy to find those alternatives. I think they are coming, and there's more in Colombo than there is in the south. I think it will come eventually, but there has to be more of a demand. But saying that, we're really lucky in Sri Lanka that it's super easy to have a really easy source of fresh fruits and vegetables, because in England everything is imported. Bananas, mangoes, papaya, coconuts, everything's imported. But here it's in our garden, like it's on our doorstep. We have coconut water pretty much like every day, don't we? Bananas, they're growing here. Papaya, boom, there's a tree that grows in 2 years. Like, it's so easy to be vegan and get those nutrients the natural way instead of having the meat alternatives, processed foods. So I'd say it's easier to be a healthy vegan in Sri Lanka. It's not easy to be a junk food vegan in Sri Lanka. But still, it's super easy. Like, it's way possible to be vegan. Like, it's so easy. Since you always live eco-friendly, not always, I've been on a journey. I'd like to know what are some challenges, if there were any, you had to face while trying to shift into a greener lifestyle. I really appreciate you for contributing to make the nature greener, since not many of us are contributing to sustainable living. You truly are an inspiration to everyone. I'd like to go vegan someday. I've always wanted to live as a minimalist while loving nature. You both are doing amazing. Good luck to both of you. Wish you all the best in all your endeavours. Much love from Sri Lanka. So I think one of the hardest challenges whilst shifting to an eco-friendly, sustainable lifestyle is probably being surrounded by so much plastic. And people that don't know about it. I feel like that's what it's like for eco-friendly and sustainable living now, is being surrounded by so many people that aren't conscious about it. So it is kind of hard. Like, there's so many plastic bags in Sri Lanka, and that's really hard. I don't know, I feel like once you've got your low waste kit, like your reusable shopping bag, your stainless steel water bottle, whatever else you need, you don't actually need that much, you know, to be low waste. That would be some advice to you, is to just gather what you need to be sustainable. Are you someone that gets lots of plastic bags from your shop? In that case, get a reusable bag and make sure you take it with you to the shops, you know? Go to your bathroom. Are you using a plastic toothbrush? Instead of buying a plastic toothbrush the next time you need to renew your toothbrush, get a bamboo toothbrush instead. Like, it's simple things, and it's just doing some research and just knowing what you need to benefit your life. What do you eat as a vegan? Are you trying new recipes? We eat so much food.
It's good at this for vegan. Soya vegan.
Yeah.
Good.
In Sri Lanka, there's so much soya products, isn't there?
Soya.
Like, soya, you can buy in bulk, and we always use like soya curries or dal, like purple curry, lentil curries. Tofu, we eat lots of tofu.
Coconut roti.
Coconut roti, yeah, we eat so much food. We mainly eat Sri Lankan food, because you're so good at cooking food. Okay, what is the most eco-friendly swap whilst being in Sri Lanka?
This mama use this bamboo toothbags. This before use and plastic toothbags. This now mama use bamboo toothbags.
Yeah.
This one go plow, this go garden, and this.
It decomposes.
Yeah.
Or you can use it for different things, because it's bamboo.
Yeah.
There's like different life hacks online where you can use the little bamboo thing for different things. It's really cool.
This now this mask.
Yes!
This corona problem and coming and mask and beach every place.
Yeah, there are masks everywhere. Like the plastic single-use surgical masks, they're just chucked along the road, on the beach, like they're in all the waterways. Like, it's awful. So yeah, wherever you are in the world, just get yourself a reusable cotton face mask that you can wash at the end of every day, and you can just reuse it. Next category, travel. Did you ever think that you'd stay in Sri Lanka for so long? No. I came here for 1 month only. I had a return ticket back to England, and it was like 2 weeks into me being here in Sri Lanka, and I was like, you know what? I really feel like I could stay here a bit longer. And then the UK government was like, UK people, return to England because of the pandemic. And I was like, no, actually, I think I'm going to stay here. And here I am, a year and a half later. What do you think about Sri Lanka? How did you feel about society? Well, I love Sri Lanka, otherwise I wouldn't be living here. I think it's a really awesome country and...
Yeah, very awesome country, Sri Lanka.
Yeah. You're really lucky that you're from Sri Lanka. Actually, it really upsets me when I read bad comments about Sri Lanka on my YouTube page because so many people are dissing Sri Lanka. They say that Sri Lanka is such a bad country, and I just feel like that's really horrible to say about your own country. It's so good. It's such a good country, and it could be a lot better, obviously, but you can say that about every country. And yeah, I really love Sri Lanka. And I think it has so much to offer, and it's really sad what it's been through as a country for how many years. The civil war, tsunami, bombings, now obviously the coronavirus, but that's affected everywhere. I really love Sri Lanka. I think it's brilliant. What I think about society, it's fine. It's different to England, obviously. What I've struggled with a bit more here is like the inequality between genders. It's more male superior, especially in the local rural life. Yeah. It's more that women are to stay at home and cook for the husband and to cater for the family, right? When the husband goes out to work.
Some homes.
Some homes, yeah. And also like a really big shock to me was big girl parties. That was like a huge thing to me, and I couldn't understand it when I first got to Sri Lanka and was invited to a big girls party when a girl comes into puberty and that's her time, right? And in history, when I did the research in history, it's basically the parents, the family of that girl whose big girls party is basically to have a party and declare to the village that their daughter is ready to go for marriage and is ready to start a family. That's the history of the big girls party. And yeah, it's crazy that that still happens now. It was just very different for me to understand. Here's my question. What is the most horrible and most wonderful experience you have had in Sri Lanka? I've had many wonderful experiences here. I've had so many great memories happen in Sri Lanka, so I can't name them all. Well, one of them is meeting you. It's a wonderful experience. My worst experience, actually I've had quite a few of them as well. One of them was on the train coming back from Colombo when like people were making it really obvious that I'm a foreigner and that I could be carrying the coronavirus. Yeah. And there was that issue, which I don't blame people, obviously.
Some people disgusting.
Well, anyway, so there was that. Another worst experience is when we were walking with Tinky and that baby cow.
Okay.
That's probably one of the worst experiences in Sri Lanka. That's something I'll never forget. It was horrible. But I've had other worse experiences, and I get many of them working in an animal sanctuary. Hey, we see the worst cases come in, so yeah, let's leave it at that. But many wonderful experiences. Do you miss the UK? I miss my family. I miss the convenience of some things in the UK. I miss like the comfort, like that it's normal, and that's my country, and when I'm there, like things are normal and you don't notice different things. But then like that's it really. I don't miss a lot of things in the UK. I'm happy here in Sri Lanka. And when did you first visit Sri Lanka? In March 2020, just before the coronavirus pandemic really hit in. Okay, some more questions for the house category. Really enjoyed the chair that was made. When are you going to make a table? Also, I enjoyed watching the ceiling being done.
Yeah.
Glad you enjoyed watching the ceiling. We didn't enjoy putting it up. Glad that's over. Yeah, actually we're going to make a table very, very soon. And we're going to make our bed frame, which is going to be a really fun, most likely stressful project. Kitchen and bathroom plans. By the way, the house is coming along very beautiful and cozy.
This house and bathroom disgusting. This water coming in this bathroom and this.
Is it?
Yeah.
The rain's coming in?
This rain coming.
We've literally had rain all day, and yeah, I can imagine. I'm not going in that toilet.
This every day, this die and this bucket.
Can I tell them about the bucket?
Oh. Yeah.
Sorry, we lost charge, so it's probably changed the area. Right, where did we get to? Oh yeah, kitchen and bathroom plans. So we do have some plans, but plans for us aren't really going to plan, so we're not really planning anymore. But we do have some ideas, but we're just gonna go with the flow and do a little bit here and there. We're almost finished the 3 rooms. I feel like we've been saying that for so long. How are you planning to secure your new home? You mentioned in your last video that things are going missing.
Missing.
By the way, you look so small compared to me. Can you sit up?
It's raining coming and sleep time.
No, I hope you don't sleep like that. Right, how do we plan to secure our house?
This and my thinking, my bodyguard.
We are going to be starting our fence very, very soon, and we are actually seeking some professional help because we can't do that on our own. And someone else asked, what is your toilet update? There's no toilet update.
Toilet and this down this area.
Yeah. One of the plans we have is to just knock the whole toilet down and start again. But nothing has been done with the toilet so far, and I refuse to go in there today because it's raining outside and many things will be like, oh, you should come inside. You need to shelter from the rain. Are you guys going to landscape your garden as well? Gardening is fun. Yes, we have some plans for the landslide and to create that into a really nice tiered vegetable garden, and we're going to have an outdoor shower and an outdoor kitchen, and we've got loads of other plans, but that's for the future. But yes, we do have some plans for the garden, and it's going to be awesome because I love gardening, we love sustainability, we love trees. How much of the work plan for 2021 has been achieved so far? Well, like we keep saying, not much has actually gone to plan, but we have made progress. And we still have some months left of 2021. So let's see what we can get accomplished by the end of the year. Okay, and the last questions are, is there any other way of supporting you guys, sending money or gifts? So yes, you can support us another way. I have a Patreon community. I'll leave the link in the description box below. It's just another way where you can give money every month, kind of like a subscription, and that just helps support your favorite content creators, and it allows us to keep creating videos. And if you want to send us gifts, that would also be really awesome. Like, we're not asking you to do it, but if you want to send us stuff in the post, you're very much welcome to do so. If you want our address, just send me an email and I'll give it to you. Well, not our address, but I'll give you the work address. Can I visit Annoys SOS Sri Lanka, and how to donate? Yes, you can visit Annoys SOS. Now the lockdown is over, we are allowing visitors again. If you want to volunteer for a couple of days, to 1 week, to 2 weeks, to however long, we really encourage people to come and visit and volunteer and see the dogs and the work that's been doing there. And yeah, if you want to donate money or you want to donate supplies like rice, blankets, medical supplies, you can donate in person, or you can also donate online on the website. That is also linked in the description box below. Finished?
Finished.
Should we go to sleep?
Yeah, no, just go work.
Work. No! Bye guys! See you next week!
Thank you with this video, looking, comment and like and subscribe. See you next week.
Bye! How many hours? 5. What gorilla?